What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down some things that wide receivers can do to never drop a pass. So I hope this video helps you guys out. Hope it could give you some value. But also, fellas, if you're a wide receiver and you want to know some daily catching drills and grip strengthening drills that you can do that do not require a QB, check out that very first link in the description below for our 30-day wide receiver catching program 2.0. So this is the more advanced version of our original version 1 catching program, but we give you 30 days of drills, grip strengthening exercises with sets, reps, and examples or breaking down each specific drill for you guys. So if you want to improve your hands, don't have a quarterback to throw to you, check out that link below. Let's get started with this video. So first things first, we're looking at this drop here from Christian Watson. So I think everybody probably saw this. This was from week 1 in the NFL. And one of the key reasons that wide receivers will drop passes, and we're going to get into a couple more throughout the course of this video, is their eyes. So from the time you were playing football when you're 6 years old, you probably had people telling you, hey, you want to keep your eye on the football, keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball. But, you know, and I talk about this a lot. I always say, hey, you want to take a photo of the ball with your eyes. You want to see the football hit your hands. And I say that, and people are like, well, why don't you just say, oh, keep your eye on the ball? Because sometimes that doesn't process for the athlete. You know, for you guys, like all of you listening to this are individuals. You're not the same as the other person listening to this, whatever state you're located in. You guys are all different. It's what process is best for you to help you catch the ball. Everybody's heard a million different phrases to say, keep your eye on the ball. I try to give you multiple because what process for somebody else may not process for you. So you just have to find a trigger phrase that is going to help you with any catch. But you see how Watson, when this ball is coming in, I'm sure he didn't do this on purpose. I'm sure he was trying to watch the ball all the way in. But when that ball hit his hands, look where his eyes are. His eyes are forward. He's not taking that photo. Reason why I say take the photo is that process is the best for me. I think, okay, my eyes are a camera, and I'm trying to take a picture of the ball when it hits my hands. I'm trying to see the football hit my hands. Another thing I tell my wide receivers, you know, when maybe they're dropping a pass, maybe they've dropped a couple passes in a row, they struggle with catching, I tell them, hey, I want you to verbally call out if you see laces or no laces. So that ball hits your hands, I want them to say it. I want them to say laces, no laces, because it forces them. It's the trigger phrase to help you look that ball all the way in. So I'm going to play this full speed again one more time. Again, everybody drops passes. Now we're going to show an example of DeAndre Hopkins making a catch with that picture frame method. So fellas, I show an over-the-shoulder catch at the drop, but honestly, take that photo applies to every single catch. It applies to diving catches. It applies to jump ball passes. It applies to everything, even this back shoulder throw. So you see how Hopkins is here, ball's thrown back shoulder. What does he do? Ball hits his hands, you see where his eyes are. Everything is in line of vision, or that football is the only thing in his line of vision. If you can get to that spot where every time that ball hits your hands, bam, it's a picture frame, you will be a more consistent pass catcher. Now, people ask me all the time, does the hand technique matter? I know we've had people asking in the comments about, do I have to make a diamond shape every single time? And I read all those comments, and I wanted to address it in a video. And the thing about the diamond is like, yeah, that's a good gauge. That's super important. You know, you want to keep your hands somewhat in that shape. It doesn't need to be perfect. Your thumbs don't need to be touching. We're going to be talking about that in the next drop example that we show. But at the end of the day, we got to catch it, and we catch the ball with my eyes. So hand placement, yes, it's important. Don't get me wrong. Diamond is a good gauge. It's a good, like, kind of a map, if you will. But your eyes are the most important thing. You catch the ball with your eyes before you catch it with your hands. Play this thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Hopkins turning with it and watching that ball hit his hands. So now we're looking at this drop again. I'm sure you all saw this. This is Mike Evans from not this past Sunday, and this is him dropping a deep post route. So this is where I was talking about with, you know, the thumbs connected on that diamond shape, or when the ball is thrown over the shoulder, people say, oh, you want to have your pinkies connected. So what do they mean by that? Well, does that something I need to do every single time? So Evans obviously drops this ball. Now, he does at what we were just talking about in that Christian Watson clip. He looks the ball in. He's watching this ball, see it hit his hands. He's looking this thing in. So why does he still drop this pass? Because watch where his hands are. You see how his hands are extremely wide, and he's got a big gap between the two of his hands. That's when it becomes an issue, and that is why guys say, hey, catch the ball in that diamond, or hey, keep your pinkies together so they can avoid this from happening. Because like, how many of you guys have probably ran, you know, a route where you run like a curl route, coming back to the quarterback, and he throws this ball with some heat, but it goes right through your hands. Chances are, like, and then coaches will be like, hey, remember, put your hands in that diamond. But You're like, what the hell? I dropped the ball. Like, how does that help me put my hands in a diamond? They mean that you want to get your hands closer together. You want your thumbs connected. You want your pinkies connected on a deep pass. Because trust me, fellas, this will happen if you have a big gap between your hands. So let's play this full speed, and then I'm going to show a good example of a wide receiver at the NFL Combine. I believe it's Justin Jefferson. I'm not 100% sure. Catching an over-the-shoulder pass with his pinkies connected, showcasing this good example. So, obviously, when that ball is thrown over the shoulder, this pinkies connected thing is for over the shoulder only, or maybe a low pass. And then it's more so thumbs connected when you're running back to the ball, right? And again, I don't mean they have to be touching, just somewhat close together. So you see when this ball is thrown over the shoulder, you see how close his hands are together. He's not in a perfect diamond. He's not in that perfect pinkies connected place with his palms up. He just has not a big gap between his hands. That's all, fellas. That's a lot of the reasons why guys will drop the pass. They don't look the ball the way, and they don't take the photo, and they do not have their pinkies connected or thumbs connected to catch. Now, another reason, one more thing, and then I'll send you off on this, is that you got to make sure that when you catch that ball, like you've done the things in preparing for this. You know what I mean? Like, this is not something when you're in a game situation, you can't think about this stuff. It's too much. You're worried about the coverage. You're worried about the route you're running. You're not worried about if your pinkies are connected. So when you're in practice, because I'm sure all of you practice, I'm sure all of you train, because you're watching this video, so you obviously care about this stuff, you need to make sure that you're emphasizing that. You need to have your thumbs connected, pinkies connected, thinking about those details in the off season, in your training. So in a game, it is a habit. That's the whole purpose of training anything. The whole reason you practice is so you can play fast. And we will not catch the ball if I have not done the preparation to it. So it's about mechanics, about grip strength, hand-eye coordination. Let's play this thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Jefferson watching this thing all the way in and also keeping those pinkies connected and keeping a small gap between his hands. All right, fellas, really want to thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to leave those in the comment section below. Always appreciate hearing from you guys. We appreciate the feedback as usual. And again, if you guys would like a 30-day catching program for wide receivers, check out that very first link in the description below. I'll see you guys next time.